Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Enshrouded. As you can see, I have a new outfit. Got a new hat. Got my construction hat with the little light. Has a little light on it so you can see in the dark. Doesn't work when you go into first person for some reason. Works underwater, and it also works as a transmog. So right now I have my winter helmet, but this is transmogged over it, and it works. Unlike the diving stuff, which does not work if it's transmogged. So like the diving helmet doesn't give you more air, and the flippers don't work if they're transmogged. But that's okay. I also put a farmer shirt on, colored this kind of like orangey yellow color so that it looks like a construction jersey, kind of, or construction shirt. Because right now I am in full build mode. So last time, let's see, the last couple things was the windmill. And we also looked at the capybara pen, right? Which was over here next to the barn. Right, we looked at that. I had to take the fish out because the fish kept beaching themselves up. And look, my water level definitely, the water level is definitely slowly draining. Get back in there. See where my crosshair is? Let's get a pixel out. See where this line of pixels is? The water is usually up to there. Right where this slope, right here. For some reason it's down here. So we know that happens. So we have to try to fix that up. You can see we have our houses here. I had a small little preliminary sketch that I did where I took a screenshot and then I just used Microsoft Paint to overlay some lines. Kind of how I wanted stuff up there. We could approach from either end, but we're going to go from this end. This way we just have like a little looky look on the back sides. There's quite a few houses there. I was very busy. Very, very busy. Got these cool gates that we can build as well. I did use a little bit of cheat engine to swap some firefly lamps into these lamp posts. Because we can't make these lamp posts, and I really like the way they look, so I kind of did that. First thing here is this is just a little testy test piece. This is not an actual house, nor is it going to be a house here. This is where we're going to have some crops. But this was just so I could show how to make a kind of like porch area. If you had like a really tall house with like a big roof, how you could turn the roof into like another kind of like attic kind of dwelling with a porch. Sort of like a reverse dormer, if you will. You know, like see like those dormers over there on the barn, but in reverse. So that's just a testy test piece. This is the armadillo pen. I don't know if I don't think we made it that far last time. We got some sand. We got their food bowls, and we made perfect use of the old wolf den for them. So they got their own little enclosure. We used the wood wall 2 or 3, I think it was, for the fence. Right, and putting all the sand on here. See, there you go. Now you get hawk noises in this spot, and you also get wind, like the wind going over the sand noise. So you can kind of hear it. So you hear the wind? Hear the wind blowing? See? So I never knew like the material. Like, what's that rumbling? I wonder what that rumbling was. I guess that's like a wind sound effect from the sand. That's kind of weird. I kind of like it though. Alright, so let's look at the first house, which is this little side house over here. Mind you, a lot of stuff is not complete. So like I do these like kind of fancy windows. Do I have any windows on there? Let's see. So yeah, right now I have a couple of different windows here. Let's do a quick jumpy jump. Let me go get some windows. Okay, so we're back. So one of the things that I like to do is come up with alternative windows. And as you can see here, we got some pretty fancy looking windows going on here. Let's have a look at the interior. So as you might guess, you can see it's actually, these are the room dividers. But you can see here, these are a combination of two different windows. So looking at these look like just a regular standard, let me see. Yeah, the regular standard round small steel window frame. So let's hold on to that one for a minute. So I didn't put anything else in those. So for a window like this, what you would do is you would have one of these. You definitely have to use snapping so that you could snap it into place. You would definitely use your adjustments to adjust it into place. So as you can see there, it's a bottom window, right? Once you get your placement in there so that it's like halfway in, you know what I mean? Right? You take your second window and you put it just above that so that you have this like middle section right here, right? And obviously the top and the bottom and part of the side is going to be embedded in the wall. So then you're going to go to your other window, and as you can see, it's already snapped in, and you just snap it into place where you want it. You know, so in this case, we would try to adjust everything so that that's kind of like in the middle like that. So then it gives you like this kind of fancy like view. See what I'm saying? So like if you had a hole in the wall, let's just go for instance, right? And you wanted to do that, you would basically just go like that. See how it like snaps in one side, so as long as you got snapping on, right? So you figure out where you want this little feathery bit. See up the upper corner of the window, it's got that kind of like corner, looks like kind of feathers coming out of the corner. So you decide where you want that. You want that on that side, or you want it on that side. See what I'm saying? You want a full window, because you could also do a full window. So you could do, you know, like a half a window, and you go up here like this, like that. See, that's a little low, but for example sakes, we could use that. So you could do this, make sure that that's in the spot you like, right? And then you would plant that there. You could also do stuff like, you know, like this, and get designs. You could do stuff like this, right, and do a design like that, so that you got the roundy bits at the bottom, right? You could also get more designs by putting another layer of glass window in there. You could get more lattice in your window by putting a wire in there, a wire frame in there, right? So looking at this is a regular hitting hammer, but it looks like a really fancy claw hammer. It looks like the type of ornate ceremonial hammer the head of the Carpenters Guild would have. So as you can see here, this is like a big round window glass, and then like the wooden window, and then this is like two of the big round windows on top of each other. So yeah, you could do a lot of stuff like that. This is the house. We'll eventually put an attic up here, I guess. But yeah, that's how you can do fancy windows. Those windows over there are basically just like this. Whoops. Give me that back. Let's fix that up. So if you just basically take that window and that window, you get like this nice kind of like bullseye, kind of compassy looking effect. Alright. Those windows there is literally like this window here, but it's like one is on the left side and then the other one is on the right side, but it's upside down. So you get this kind of like a little bit of a different mix going on. Some windows I didn't bother to put a double layer of windows, so we just got the single layers, like as you can see up there. Some of them we did the room divider with a metal window. So this is oh, this is what's in here, not a metal window, one of these. one of these windows. Right? Let's look at this house. So this house has a separate dwelling on the bottom floor than the top floor. So it's a 2-story house, but 2 separate dwellings. Crookedy drawer. Yeah, I like to do a crooked drawer. Alright. Got your little fireplace. Got your little seating area. This one has like a little back room maybe. Alright. And the thing is with doors, do I have a door? Yes, I have a door. So doors are very easy. So when you want to do a door. So you basically, you get your door. You could do snapping, you could do no snapping, but what you want to do is you want to put this fine placement on, right? And you want to kind of use your floor, turn snapping off. You want to use your floor as your guide. See how the door kind of fits within these squares? So you kind of know when you're going to make it like a 45-degree angle, you could kind of see, as long as the bottom of the door is touching the corners of the squares, tiles. See what I'm saying? See how like that one on the right side, it's above, you kind of can't see it, but it's above the corner while the left side is touching the corner. See, let's make the edge of the door touch this corner on the left, right? So if we go like this, if we go like this, we can get it a little more even, see? See how it lines up with the floor bits a little bit better? I think if we go like that, it would have to be... There you go, like that. Let's see, right, let's get this corner right there, almost, right there. There you go. So now you can see, if I place this here, and then go into block mode, you could see the corner of the door here is touching the right where the 4 corners, the 4 tiles mix. See how the corner of my hologram is touching that corner of the door? Alright, and then we go to this side, it's pretty much almost the same. Right? So that's how you know. So then you could build your wall. Right? Pick your door up again. And then do it again. Right, and now you can fix your door a little bit better. Make sure it's at the right level. So saying, so if you have it here, it'll stick out past the bricks on the other side. So what you kind of do is kind of bring it so that the spot where the 4 floor tiles come together like a cross, you want that to be kind of under the door, like that. So bring that a little bit more, even it out left or right, place it, and now you have a crookedy door. The only thing is with the top, you have to finagle some stuff, because sometimes you get this janky bit. Sometimes you can hide it, sometimes you can't. You know? And that's how you do the crooked doors. So a lot of things you're going to place and then like have to pick up and then place again. So that's this small house. Alright? On this side we have like a retaining wall that's holding up the dirt and shit on the other side. It's got like a little drain hole, just in case. For this side we're going to go up here, little vestibule, and now we have this nice big open area, another crooked door, a small room, and a small room. Now not all the houses have partitions and stuff in them. This one also has the ladder, adds to the roof, so you get roof access. Yeah, it's a cool trick with the door that you could do that kind of stuff. Hear the wind coming from the... I also have rain turned off temporarily while I was building. Right, so then that's that house. The chimneys, I always usually try to put a couple torches inside so we can get some smoke effect. This place over here is another several story high building, but it's only got access at the individual levels instead of being one single unit. This, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe a bar or something? Maybe a little cafe? A little something? I don't know. Right. So on this side, we have one that has... This one I kind of wanted to make it look like the top was built separately. You know, like added on later on. So we got a lot of this going on. So here's like a kind of like a cobblestone path, maybe. Got the back door going in. This could be like a little room. This is the front door. This is my little kind of workstation here. It's got a bunch of stuff thrown there. Alright. So that's that. Then you could go upstairs. And you have the top level with a bunch of stuff going on. Nice fireplace. And then this opens up onto the... We're getting a whole like upper walkway going on as well. A whole upper section here. Right? So there's that. So we can go across into this house from there. Right? Actually, no. Let's go downstairs. Because from here, if we go through here, we have a small little house back on this end, overlooking the farm. Alright, go in here. A nice little long house. Little back room. Alright, put one of the windows up a little bit so it looks like it's open for some air. Alright, yeah, you could do that. You could do that. You could do that. Alright, then from there we have this house, which is a 2-story house. This house, I think this house I kind of wanted to make into like a pub or the inn or like a big tavern. Alright, because then you can come up these stairs here and you got this big open area here. So I figured maybe we could put tables and chairs around and make this like the pub, being that it's got the second entrance over here that leads out to here. I'm not sure if I wanted to add another floor up here. Or something, I don't know. Put a couple rooms, maybe. If this is going to be an inn, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Basically, right now, what I'm doing, I was just trying to get structures put down. You know what I mean? So I could like even them out. See, this fencing here has all been here. This is all original. This was the original path. It was just an empty path, and it was like trees and grass, and lots of trees and grass over here, and that's all it was. Just a lonely path leading out this way, and then it led further down, but I had to put a wall there. Bad guys were coming in. Them damn bad guys were coming in. Rapscallions. Alright, so then from that house... This also was vanilla. This is one of those range lamps, so when you get close to it, it lights up. See, all this stuff was here already, which is what made me incorporate it. This fence here and these fences here were already here with a gap in it, which made me decide to put the road here because I had a naturally road-sized gap. So that's what I did there. So we got this house over here, which also has a unique roof. So yeah, some of the houses have like weird little roofs. Like this house here has this weird... See, it has like this kind of weird like little hook going on. See, I do a lot of that with the roofs. Also a little chimney detail here, where it looks like it's trying to make it look like it curved, and like it's like kind of slanted to go up into the smokestack. And then this is the back of this house. You can see this also has like a weird kind of roof going on. And with this house, I kind of wanted to have a different roof, so I went with this kind of weird lean-to kind of action, which got this weird angle. Alright, this is a nice little small house. You got your little small seating area. This, I guess, could be a bathroom. I always forget that bathrooms are a thing. I'm so used to Minecraft where there's like no bathroom stuff, so I never really add a bathroom. Alright, that's just a single story, so that's just a real simple house, right? So then, like, over here is where we have our pathway that leads down to the next level. So that would come around and then come up here. And you have, like, this little lane that goes here to the wall. And then on the other side, we would put, like, a big metal grill here. Not a door, but a grill. And then just to symbolize, like, we got that way locked out. And then there's another one over here as well. So that would be a pathway that would continue out. Actually, no, this one doesn't have a way out, does it? No. This was just because this was a path that I made. This over here is just my staging area, just so I can do a bunch of testing stuff here. Just trying to figure out what we can do with these metal cages. You know, this is a little chimney stack, stovepipe stack made with silver cups. Do I have those? Yeah, a bunch of these. I use these because they have no handle on them, so they could be just a straight tube, and then a scrap bowl on the top to be like the rain blocker. And then you got these. I don't seem to have any on me, but these are the jail cell. See these kind of things right here? They're like the jail cell when you're making like the cage with the jail bars. I don't have any here, but that would be like the piece you put in the corner, so that the corners join up. All right. So coming back this way, we go to this structure here. We didn't do the top of that structure yet, but that's okay because we're gonna go around. So this one we have several. This is, I think, the only third story or the second. One of the only three-story houses that we got in this section so far. So on the bottom, I had some bad guys run through here, and I went to shoot one with the arrow, and I didn't realize I had explosive arrows on, and it blew a hole in the wall on the floor here. So I just decided to make this look like it's unused and abandoned and damaged. And you could even see I kind of even put the door in there at an angle, so it looks like the door got knocked in and fell over maybe. So you really can't get in there and do anything. That's just a detail. Maybe the local people talk about stories where they hear weird things coming from in there. So if we come around here, actually let's go up top for a minute. Let's go this way. I really have to add more ways to get up. So looking at this house again, if we come up to the top floor, the upper deck, we can get in this way. This would be the actual way that the tenants would get into their house. Because to go downstairs is also blocked off from here, you can see. You can kind of see the door down there, caved in. Right? So yeah, you would come in this way. You have a couple rooms down here. And a couple bedrooms. And you go upstairs. And you have your common area. So you'd have like a little table and chairs up here, little seating area. You have another room back here that you can hang out. And you have your big open windows, nice big stained glass thing going on. Big bay window. And then you come up here and you got like a little attic space going on. So you got that. This roof pitch right here is... I didn't realize it was like that. Whatever. So you have that. Alright. See, did I do anything weird with the roof on this one? This one's just got your standard angle roof and a lower slope roof on this one. And then with the chimney, we did this kind of janky thing so it looks like it's falling over. Kinda. And then I put like the small windows. Where are they? These halfway down, so it looks like kind of like, you know, like some chimneys have like these kind of metal things on them to keep stuff from falling in. I don't know. Alright, so that's that. What was downstairs? Downstairs was that cafe, and then so up here is this place, which you get in from here. So this one's still unfinished. So we got our fireplace. This one's two different stoves. So you got like your little, you know, you could do stuff like place some of your items, like your decorative items. Like you put them like in there, so it looks like you could put like a platter with some food on it. Or you could put some platter with some food on it in there as well. Make it look like you're cooking stuff, right? A couple bedrooms. We did the compass target style windows, but we used the smaller windows for that instead of the bigger ones. I really like the look of them when it does that. Alright. So you have that. This roof is just a regular kind of hip roof where it goes around and around and around. So nothing special there. You can see these two roofs are like pretty plain as well. Remember, flat roofs are a thing. Flat roofs are a thing. Okay? So we're up here. Let's continue down. And look at these. These are my mini brownstones. Brownstones are a type of a A brownstone, I think, is a type of row house. Yeah, it's definitely a row house because you really can't get into the yard from the outside of a brownstone. You usually generally have to go through a basement and out through the back door to get to where the yard is because they're usually crammed together. In this case, we have some space between them. So basically, you have like a sunken, like a basement that's like halfway sunken. Because usually, if you want to have dwellings in it, you want to have some light getting in there. You know. So you have, what the hell? Where is that pipe, that metal piece coming from? Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay. So yeah, that's something that you got to watch out for when you're decorating, because that's something I didn't account for. But here you go. Here you got your long windows. This is basically 2 of these, but one is upside down. See, so you got one right side up, one upside down, and then you have one of these stuck in there as well. Right, and then this is the same thing. Okay, then you got this. See, I was trying to make like a fire bucket or an ash bucket with a poker in it, and I guess that's why the metal stick is sticking out down there. But yeah, these the mini brownstones are very small. A full-size brownstone would be huge and have multiple rooms and be a lot wider. Right? These archways we cannot make ATM. This was another thing I had to use cheat engine for. So what I did was I made one of those arches that you could see over there. See this arch right here? So I made one of those, and then I used the cheat engine to swap it into these. Because these are smaller, thinner, and cleaner. Oh, sun's going down. Moon's coming up. Long ago somebody left with the cup. So you can see like when this, just get a quick little night view as the sun goes down. And the thing is also, what I also like is the firefly lamps and torches as well will do it because they have a flickering light. What happens a lot is you get like the fireflies will create shadows as they zip around them. And so you get this kind of effect. So every time a firefly comes out of the wood and goes in front of it, it dims it. So it gets this kind of flashing, almost like it's a broken light bulb or a broken neon. But what it also does is it does things where at certain angles, if you're looking through a window from somewhere else, let's see if we can get the effect here. See that? See that? See how like you got like a dancing shadow going on up there? So that dancing shadow definitely gives the effect that there's people up there doing stuff. You know what I mean? Which is something that I like. So you get that kind of people doing stuff in there that's kind of going in front of the light. So this is the top one. You got a little bit of an extra roof up here. But yeah, you got your standard. You could put a like little bed here, a little table and chair. You know, little fancy dwelling here. With these, I did kind of like a chimney using a single layer of this is ornate granite roof block. So these tile really nice if you make single columns or if you make walls. So like if you come over here, like you can see, like you get really good wall if you put them along like that, and they column up real nice and clean. They also make good floors. The only thing if you want to make floors, well, you always have to have the wall. If you don't have a wall, you end up with this. See how it bevels? But if you have a wall coming up off the side, it'll give you this nice flat floor texture. These are the... I don't have any on me. Drac Temple roof block. There you go. So these two also, if you stack them, they make this nice, clean, pillory look or wall look without any bits and bobs hanging off the edge. The Drac ones also have like cool little like hieroglyphs carved into it. These also will make a cool floor if you want to have an alternate kind of floor that looks real clean. Come on, come on. You know. Alright, let's do a sleep. So to continue, this is the other brownstone. Did we look at this one? Yeah, this is the one we looked at the top. So this one has a side entrance, which I like. This is kind of reminds me of like shops in the city. Like I live in New York City, so like if you go downtown, especially like the older sections of Manhattan and stuff like that, you can find like a lot of stuff where the lower level, which is like submerged to the sidewalk, is also used as shops. Alright, so as usual little one-room action going on. That's all you could really get like in these though, which is cool. You have this one here. This one I kind of like the coloring of. So this is like the, what's that? Limestone shingles. This has got a little bit more of a staircase here. I don't like the way this is, doesn't want to, am I missing a block here? I think I might be missing a block. But even with that block there, it won't, this decoration, this like voxel detail won't reach all the way across. So it kind of always will look like it's broken off. This I didn't put a stove in because I figured this could be like a storage basement maybe. Right, and in this particular house, you have to come around this way to get in. So you go in this way, and you have like your little room here. And then this is meant to have the fireplace. This is where the fireplace would be. So if we had, like, say, one of these or something like that, we could, you know, like, put it in there. We'd obviously change the wood around it to be like brick or some kind of stone. And same thing on the floor. You put like a small apron of stone on the floor. And that would basically be in case like a hot coal pops out of the fire. It doesn't set the floor on fire. These got pretty standard single roof, flat roof. So yeah, you have enough space for like, you know, like a little table and chairs and a bed and stuff like that. Fancy house for the poor people, basically. Right? And the same thing here. We have this kind of like lower, more open way to get in, as opposed to like this one over here, which is this little small one, little small section that we can't even go over here unless we can't even duck under it, can we? Yeah, we can duck under it, but that's about it. So like a lot of times this would be like a place where folks would keep their garbage cans before they put them out for the sanitation to come. Alright, so that's that. That's this small one over here as well. And then you have this one, which also has a basement apartment, but this one's just a walk-in, what's known as a walk-in. If you walk in, if you're on the street and you don't really go up or down any steps to get into the house, it's known as a walk-in. So we got some sideways windows here. It's these laid sideways. Yes, you could do that too. You could put sideways windows in. Don't forget you could do that. You could also double up your windows like this. Don't forget you could do that too. You can get fancy schmancy. You could get fancy schmancy with your stuff. It's all about your imagination. Here's this upstairs section. We got a small room over here. This is two of these sideways stacked up on top of each other, and then two of, I guess, these windows. Like that. Oh, no. It's the metal windows. It's these. Side by side. Okay. Alright, then you got your staircase that goes up to the next level. You put a little railing on there, and you have like a small, like little hangout area. So we'd have to figure out how to incorporate a stove in this one. Like we'd probably have to like maybe knock out this window and put it there. We place it right in the middle. Small little table and chairs down here. And the bed and stuff up here. Right. That one I gave a pitch, standard default 45 angle pitch roof on that one. So then coming back here, we have some other things happening that are not complete done yet. So this is just a footprint. We'll have a small house here. Haven't decided on it yet. This here, we're going to lower this down, I think. A small section. Let's see. So you have a floor wide by this lamp. So we can do like a little more, because the lamp's not staying here. The lamp's going to move a little bit. We're going to have maybe like a 2 wide. But we're going to have it all the way back here. So the house is going to be a long house this way rather than going this way. So in other words, instead of going like this, you know what I mean, that long, we're going to have it like this. Right? And that's the way. And then I think we're going to have a little bit of it go back into the ground. And then it'll definitely have a second story. But then what I want here is a small section of front, like lawn area. Like a small, like little area, like fenced in area with grass and lawn, so that you don't actually go into the house until you go to the back section back here. But this will all be leveled down. Or maybe leveled halfway down so that we got some height differential here. And then this, I think we're going to have like a little path and have a house here. And then like maybe a house here. Or maybe here. I don't know, I have to figure it out. I have to figure that out because I'm not sure exactly. This is definitely going to be a house here. So if we go up here, and we're back up on the walkway. Okay, so this was the original way we got up here. And then we walked this way. We already looked at this house. We already looked at this house. Right, remember? We didn't have no doors or anything on this one. Isn't that cool the way that does that? I love that. Alright. So we got this house, which has no lower level yet. Which is just basically this. Little fancy fireplace. This one we also gave the roof. Oh no, this is just an attic, actually. Alright. Cool, cool. Same thing with the windows. Got a little fancy with the windows. And then if we come over here, this is also 2 separate dwellings. So you have your upstairs dwelling. Alright, so you have a room. A bigger room. And then you have the common area, which you can put your tables, your chairs, your cooking section. This is easy. This one and the top floor of that one right across that we're looking out the window are usually my 2 favorite interiors. If this was a real apartment, I would love to have this as an apartment. This would be freaking awesome. Alright, do we have any roof stuff going on? No roof stuff going on. Alright. Usual windows that are stacked. You know. Then we go down to the second dwelling. And just to take a brief little side check, one of the things that I like to do in Minecraft a lot is put like these kind of like water features where it looks like you have open canals and sewers going through the towns. And I decided I have to start dipping into my Minecraft build repertoire and remember like the stuff that I used to build. Right? And so basically this is just meant to look like some water's draining through here and then flowing out and then disappearing down there into some underground network. Sort of like what I did way over there on the other side. Maybe it's meant to be a stream, a natural stream that they had to cover over at one point. Or it could be just like runoff that they're diverting. But either way, you have the spigot is down there, so you can't really see it. See, can we get a view? No, we can't get a view. But anyway, there's a spigot which is like on this level, so that the water can never, like water will never go above the water source. So as long as you have a spigot on this level, the water should never overflow it. Right? Just in case, I also put some emergency drains over here. Just in case. Then the water drops down here, flows into this grate, with another big drain in there. And all that keeps the water behaving itself. So we're definitely going to do a lot more of that stuff. Definitely going to do a lot more of that stuff. Because I love it. I love the sound of the water. Got another one of these dual purpose stoves here. Kind of thing. And a separate back room over here. And now one thing to note, I want people to understand is that, remember, if you're doing like a medieval style house, of course, you know, if you want to have everything symmetrical and neat and perfect, you can do that. But a lot of times these houses are generational, meaning that there's generations of people that live there, families that live there, and a lot of times they end up adding parts onto it. Like if they have more kids, they'll add another section onto it so that they have more room. They'll put another story on top. Sometimes it has to be bigger than the bottom because they need more space, and you'll get a lot of times these kind of like overhang type deals. You know, where you have houses overhanging the level below. And also that happened in like a lot of cities in the medieval times where the city was so crowded that on the street level you had to have a certain amount of floor space so that you could have street access. But then the higher floors would lean over the street, you know, because you're not impeding street traffic by doing that. So then a lot of the houses, and the higher up you went, the more it leaned over the street until the streets ended up becoming tunnels and shit. Yeah, so they can be janky. You can have crookedy roofs. You can have crookedy chimneys. You know what I mean? You can have walls and shit that don't exactly line up. As long as there's no gaps in the wall and holes in the wall, it should be fine. The walls could be crooked. The roof could be crooked. It could be janky. It could be sloppy. You know, the medieval house looks like not dilapidated or run down, but it just looks like it's just been over the generations. It's been modified, added, repaired, built up, extended. You know, parts are gonna look different than other parts. You know, like meaning like brick on the bottom and like timber block on the top. You know. Did I show you guys everything? Well, there's also the wall, but the wall is really not something to gaggle about. Definitely gonna rebuild the wall. I mean, build it better. I definitely want to have like, you know, like a little corridor inside with some maybe like openings to attack. And I think eventually we're gonna actually use maybe stone path, or we might just actually tile it up and just have like steps in spots like this. I think that is pretty much it for now over here in my little neighborhood. Definitely gonna get bigger. Like, we're definitely gonna have we're gonna come around this side. We're definitely gonna have this whole strip here is gonna be some houses. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a little roadway splitting it up over here. Definitely gonna have houses on this bit right here. Right, and then this is also obviously gonna lead down to this section where we'll have a bunch of houses here. And it'll make like a cool little neighborhood type thing, you know? So we'll call it there. We got some other building stuff that I do have a list of houses and shit that I want to build. Please, if you guys like make it this far and you hear this comment, please leave comments below and let me know if you would rather see a build in progress. I do not do speed runs. I do not do speed builds, so you won't have to worry about me like flashing through shit. The only thing is that the videos end up being a little long, you know. So if you want to see me build shit, I'll do it. It'll just be a longer video, and I know like I get less views on longer videos, so I try to keep it shorter. So please let me know in the comments. Do you want to see me build the shit, or do you want to just see the stuff afterwards, after I describe how it's gonna be? Anyway, toodaloo caribou. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye. Doo-doo-doo.